Hey everyone, Thievius333 here again, and I thought today I'd do a Sega video. Dreamcast is coming up on its 10-year anniversary, so what the hell? Let's take a look at some of their old consoles. Now, I don't pretend to have every single Sega console or every console out there, so this is not supposed to be a comprehensive list. It's just what I have, you know. So I'll start out with the old Genesis. It's the oldest one I have. The oldest Sega console, I should say. And I mean, we're all familiar with this. Most of us are. 16-bit machine. You got the power button here. You got the reset button there. You got the controller port 1, controller port 2. On the back, that's where the power supply went. And this is your AV out. So that's the bottom. If you need help, don't bother calling because they're probably not going to answer. I don't see any memory expansion slots, but I do see these little slots. I believe this is where the it went up. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. I didn't have any of the expansions. I thought maybe it rested on top of the Sega CD. Maybe it did. I don't know. There's something here. This is some kind of memory expansion port. Do not remove. Screw you guys. Yeah, some kind of memory. How about if I put it in front of the camera? But anyway. Alright, that's the Sega Genesis. Okay, next up, and I've showed this before in another video. This is the portable Genesis called the Sega Nomad. Portable device. They wanted the slots up here. Just like always, and not much else to say. It's a portable Sega Genesis, and very cool. You want to see more? There's another video I have where I power it up and take a look at the game. So there you go. Not much else to say, really. The battery pack went on the back here. It just kind of clipped on to the back, and same as the Genesis. Here's the AV out and the power, the on-off switch, and that's about it, really. Okay, now let's get on to some of the more interesting things. I think not more interesting, just people might not be as familiar with this stuff. This is just a case. I'm showing you this. But inside it is another handheld from Sega, the Gamegear, of course. This was Sega's answer to the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. Came out right around the same time, well, maybe a year or two later, I'm not sure exactly. Took a lot of batteries. This thing was a battery machine. I mean, it just sucked them all. And they did not last very long. 6 AA batteries, and they did not last long. So I always just plugged it in, And color machine. It was not black and white. This was color. Get a better look at it here. Now, this is a very old machine. It did not age well. Look at that. There's dust underneath the screen and all this stuff. We got the 1-2 buttons. We got a start button. The cartridges went in there. And what the hell? I'll show you a couple of cartridges. There's a few here. I got Shinobi 2. What is it? Streets of Rage, Prince of Persia, World Series Baseball, Outrun Europa, Joe Montana Football. Wow. And what else we got? Shining Force. It's a Shining Force game. These are the cases they came in. Kind of like the Game Boy. So that's the Gamegear. Moving on. Next up, the Sega Saturn. Thought I'd bring out the box since I have one. I have to admit I bought this after the Sega Saturn was basically out of print. well, not out of production. So I was very late to the game. Let's take a look at the box. What the hell? They had pictures of some other games: Ventura Fighter 2, Guardian Heroes. Man, it's hard to read in this camera. Dang. Tomb Raider, Wing Arms, Knights, Bug 2, Clockwork Knight 2, Wipeout. Yes, Wipeout came out for the Saturn too. What else we got here? Yeah, Daytona USA, blah blah blah, Sega Rally Championship. Love that game. Still have it. All the peripherals. Bada bada bing, bada boom. Mr. Bones, the Hard Trilogy. Those are a great game. All right, let's open this bad boy up, huh? I'll quickly show you what's in here. I feel like I'm doing an unboxing. This is just the AV cord, power cord, RF switch. Remember these things? Dang. And the machine itself. Hold on a minute. That's what editing's for. Well, alright, Sega Genesis. No, dummy. Sega Saturn. There you go. This is the memory expansion because you needed it. Also for your game saves. I mean, it had internal memory, but it did not last very long. It didn't hold very much either. You got your, well, I guess that's the reset, and that's the power, and oh yeah, that, oops, the CD drive. This is a big meaty console. Look at that. It's kind of big. It's like, yeah, it's a little bigger than the Genesis or the Dreamcast, which we'll get into later. It's the bottom thing. Power cord, AV out. Communication connector. Alrighty then. And some kind of port over here. I'm not going to bother opening it. But up close and personal with the Sega Saturn. Hey, maybe I'll do some videos on Sega Saturn games. That'd be cool. Yeah, I should do that. I'll post some videos of games. But next up, the birthday boy coming right up. Alright, here you go. Now, you know what? I was going to show controllers and all that crap for the Genesis and the Saturn and all that stuff. The Knights controller and all that stuff. But I'm kind of running out of time, so if I have time later, I'll show it. But time for the birthday boy. This is coming up on 10 years for this guy. 9/9 of '99 was released. So September 9th. 10-year anniversary, and people been talking about that because they love the Dreamcast, and can't blame them really. Alright, yeah, I got this a couple days after launch. $199.99. That was the launch price of this bad boy, so let's open it up. Alright, here we go, the Sega Dreamcast. I love this thing. Like I said, I got it maybe 2 days after it launched. Look how small this thing is. Well, at least it's smaller than the Saturn was. Same basic shape though. Not all that different. Although it opens on that side now. There's no reset button anymore. The power's here. Open button's here. That's where the reset used to be on the Saturn. But what am I doing? I can't see. Power, open, and it's kind of dusty. I never had a problem with this machine. People complained they had problems, but I never did. Still works just as good as it did the day I got it. Take a look at the back. Not really much to see. Here's the power, and that's the serial port over here on the right, and then the AV out here. And this is the Ethernet port for, well, I can't really say Ethernet, it was just a phone line really, because it was back in the day when people didn't really have broadband that I'm aware of. Well, some people did, I'm sure. Compatible with Windows CE. Of course, I think they're talking about the browser, because there was a browser disk of this thing. And great system. I loved it for its arcade ports. I just absolutely adored this machine. I got Soul Calibur the day it came out, and a couple other games like Sonic Adventure. What was the football game? 2K's football game. And that's it. That's the Sega Dreamcast, coming up 10 years old. Happy birthday, Dreamcast. We hardly knew you. Very short-lived console. Man, it launched at only $200. Unbelievable. But I'm running long on time, so I'm going to cut it short. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.